one of the things when it's pretty overwhelming when you're just getting into affiliate marketing is trying to decide what exactly that you're going to promote, and because there's just so many different products, different niches out there to go after, and you've got to decide on your websites, and I say websites because you really want to have more than one. Decide whether you're going to get a big piece of a small pie or a small piece of a big pie of a market. And a good example of that, when I say small piece of a big pie, I'm going to take, for example, weight loss products, the weight loss industry. Now that is a very, very big pie. Billions and billions of dollars is sold on that yearly. Now, what if you could just get a small piece of that big pie? It's a lot more competitive out there between affiliate marketers. I mean, there's no question about it. But the reality is, if you can get some of those sales, some of those product sales, in a different, in a niche of that, for example, that really can bring some good income. It's no secret that one of my websites is weightlossprogram.com, and I am not the most lucrative weight loss site out there, but nevertheless, I get a small piece of a big pie. And then let's talk about a big piece of a small pie. And what I'm talking about are these little niche products that there's just not that much competition out there, and that you're able to compete in that product market. And I'm going to use, as an example, I'm going to use one of my sites. One of the products that I went after is a small niche, dodgeballs. Now, I went over to Bing because they rate me #1 right there. Google kind of shifts me back and forth on the pages. But as you can see, for the term dodgeballs, my site is #1. Now, there is really not that many companies out there competing for this market. So I was able to really focus in on that niche, and I just don't have that affiliate competition. I've hooked up with about 3, 4 different companies that have affiliate programs that in their product lines, they have dodgeballs. And what I did is I basically cut and pasted their HTML code of their products, and I slipped up a site. And one thing that I've done, and I've done this on different sites, I'm going to take, for example, cageballs.com. It's another little niche. I'm over at Commission Junction right now, and I was able to search for cageball under products. And as you can see, what's really happened is there's a number of different companies that have handled cageballs. So again, it's one of those niches where I just don't have that much competition. It's a new site I just stuck up, and for example, I just got my first commission off this site yesterday, off cageballs.com. I'm not even finished on it. But nevertheless, $9, $10 commission. So these little narrow niches that I've gone after has really shown to be productive. So when you decide to go into a website, do a variety. Go after small pieces of big pies and big pieces of small pies. Do both. One of the biggest problems that I see when somebody that's new into affiliate marketing, one of the first things that they tend to do is that they are probably maybe hooked up with clickbank.com, which is an affiliate network, and one of the first things that people think about doing is, well, I'm going to teach people how to make money, on the web. And so they get hooked up with an affiliate program and how to make money, and it's a cycle that I see constantly. And this is a very competitive market. And what happens is sometimes people don't make commissions on it because you've got people competing with marketing products out there, softwares, and you've got thousands of affiliates going after these little niches. And so it's a little bit hard to do. Instead, kind of go into niches where ClickBank that there may not be that much competition. Now, for example, I'm going to type in the keyword sewing at ClickBank. And here you're going to see several different products that I happen to actually promote on a website that sells antique sewing machines, and one of the products that I get through ClickBank that I've listed there, getting that niche, is how to repair your sewing machine. So every once in a while I get a $22 commission from people going after that little niche. Is there going to be a huge amount of competition out there for people for repairing sewing machines for websites out there? No, there isn't. And again, it just kind of fit my niche there. So one of the things that I've used to my advantage for finding product categories is I go through websites and I go through their product category lists. And I'm just going to use, for example, I typed in product categories at Google, and here's Amazon.com. I'm going to click on that link. And here's a list of some of their categories. I'm going to click on bedding and bath. And as you can see, what they have is a whole bunch of different categories. Decorative pillows, down bedding. These are all niches that you can go after. And you can really target those little niches. And generally what I like to do is I'll literally copy these type of lists. And sometimes there's going to be multiple ones on the page. And I'll copy it. And I'll stick it into a notepad. I'll get rid of these spaces. And what I do is I like to slip them into a tool to try to find domain names for these little niches. Because when I stick up websites, personally, I want to have a domain name going after that little niche. And I use a tool called Domain Name Analyzer. And this Domain Name Analyzer is available at a couple different places. First of all, you can go to their site, domainpunch.com. They have a couple different versions of the analyzer. They got Domain Name Analyzer Pro and the Domain Name Analyzer. And then I also want to mention another site that carries this, and they carry an older version. It's called dnaz.net, D-N-A-Z.net. This is actually the version that I use, and this software is actually fairly old. But basically what I've done is I go through and I get all these product category niches, and then I enter in the products, and generally I've gotten rid of the spaces here. I can do that in Notepad, and I go through and I click and see if which versions I want to search for. I'm not checking the .org. I generally will search that. Sometimes I'll use the other version of the software, but for some reason it only lets me search 5 or 6 at a time when I do these searches. And so I go through and I check the .com, .net, .info, .biz, .us. I enter these in there and I click OK. I'm not going to click on OK now just because I don't have that separated there. And then as I let the software do the work, and it's going to go through and see which of these names are available, these product niches. And here's a list I've just put together about 3-4 days ago. And I went through some product categories and some sites. I use like eBay and a couple different product categories. And I put these together in lists. And as you can see, here are some great little niches that you can go after that there's probably not that much competition on now. For example, modelships.biz. Well, believe me, there's affiliate programs for model ships. There is companies that handle model ships as part of their product listings. Dollmaking.biz. Hey, there's another tremendous niche. There's doll making books that are available out there for affiliate programs through like Amazon.com. Doll making supplies. If you go to eBay, you can sign up as an affiliate for them at eBayPartnerNetwork.com. Again, they'll sell doll making supplies. And so what I've done here, not only have I found great categories, but I've also done something. This is a process I use to find domain names, so it's kind of a dual aspect on here. But you can see there are just some great niches to find. Radardetector.biz. Again, there's a great little product niche. Bread kneaders. Cappuccinomachines.info. Yes, you can have a site that just sells cappuccino machines. Again, it's targeting that niche. So that's one of the ways that I find these low product niches is I go after product categories using keyword tools to find niches. And this is really one of the, I've got to say that for using keyword tools, like there's the Google keyword suggestion aspect. Another tool that I use is keyword discovery. And I'm going to use weight loss, for example. I typed in weight loss. And what I can do, I can go through this whole list, and I can copy that list, just like I did before, get rid of the spaces, get rid of the numbers right there, and I slap that into the domain name analyzer, and I find these niches. I will tell you, the honest-to-God truth is that this process, I did this, finding these lists and putting the list together, that's one way of how I got some of the domain names like weightlossprogram.com or VoIP service or wholesale gift, things like that. It's just an excellent way to finding those niches. So using the keyword tools like, and again, I'm sorry I'm jumping around here, like keyworddiscovery.com, the Google keyword suggestion tool, you can just type that in. Out there is going to pop up this page, and this is how I find these little niches. I type in weight loss diabetes. One of my best-selling products on my weight loss site is a company that handles weight loss products aimed at people with diabetes. So again, I'm finding those niches. I like the Google suggestion tool because it kind of can tell you where they advertise their competition is. Don't be afraid to go after some of the areas where there's a lot of competition. Also find those areas where there's low competition. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. One thing that I found over the years that some of my websites that may have produced me a lot of income may have made me over $1,000 a month before, nowadays may only produce me $20, $30 a month. And then there's sites that never made that much money, and all of a sudden they consistently produce me $50 to $200 a month. But again, I like to go after a wide variety of niches. They don't definitely have to be niches that I'm an expert at. Antique sewing machines, I really don't know that much about them, but I do know that people buy them. So finding those niches. And another great area for finding niches is using the affiliate network category listings. Now, for example, I'm going to shareasale.com, and I'm going to type in search for the category listings. Let's see what they have here in home and garden. Okay, hopefully it's going to open up here shortly. All right, there's quite a few in here in this listings. I can see it's taking a little bit of time. Okay. All right. In the home and garden category, let's look at flower window boxes. Here's one of their top producers. As you can see, this is what affiliates are earning on average per click with this company. Flower window boxes. Of course, we know what they sell. On average, affiliates are earning, over the last 30 days, $4.48 per click. This is a powerful little niche that's probably just not being targeted by many affiliates out there, and affiliates are getting dynamic results on the return. For every customer, on average, throughout the network, $4.48 per click. That's incredible. Again, vacuum cleaners, air filters. These are all little different niches you can just target. Don't limit yourself to what you want to do. Don't limit yourself to one category. let me get back here. So again, these are just some of the different ways I've used to finding those affiliate niches, and it's a wide spectrum, and it's worked for me. It's not, there's so many different ways out there to find niches. This is the way that I've done it. I know that it works. It's been great for developing little tiny product websites, and also it literally has the process I've done. It's helped me bring in a lot of good high-value domain names, which literally has brought in tens of thousands of dollars over the years off those domain sales too. So this is how I find those little niches. So with that, I'm going to shift it back to Darren.
I find it hard to top something like that, Larry. The side effect of your research allowed you to make thousands of dollars. That in itself is pretty awesome.
Yeah, some of your greatest discoveries out there are going to be things that you didn't realize would happen. I had no idea when I did these searches how much money it would end up bringing me over the years, and primarily just talking about on domain sales. There's no question it's brought in tens and thousands of dollars over the years from just what I've showed you right there. Just little simple things, little software I've done using notepads, slopping together lists, finding those niches. It's just a process that I know that works for me, and I know it will work for everybody.
No, that's awesome. I'm looking at your presentation and thinking, wow, I've done a lot of manual searching, and I love that tool. I haven't seen that before, so that actually was pretty exciting over here too. One I've played with before is Nameboy, which allows you to make different combinations off of existing names, but that was pretty useful. I had a tool years back that did something like that. Very cool. Jane Blankshane had a question for you about finding domain names for real estate, and we got a whole bunch of or realtors, and then we got some thumbs up from Lisa Blacker and Jane's saying Larry rocks. So you got 3 people saying you rock, Larry. And
well, as far as for finding real estate domain names, again, I would probably use the keyword tools. And in real estate, it's going to be very competitive for finding that. And sometimes you may want to I guess, search in fact, let me do this. I'm going to kind of clear this out. Okay. Can you see the software that I'm using right now, Darren? Can everybody see that?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. I can pretty much guarantee you that real estate is going to be taken. All right. But let's use the term real estate North Dakota, which may be taken. I live in North Dakota, but nevertheless, if you're a realtor in a state or a town or wherever, trying to find that version, I'm going to take real estate Fargo. And I'm going to do one more version there. I'm going to enter Fargo real estate. Okay, click that, do the search there. I like using this old software because for some reason it seems to work better than the newer software as far as for the free version. Okay, well, you can see which domain names are available there. And again, I use all different, I enter different versions when I'm going after niches. So, I mean, you can see real estate Fargo.com's, taken, but real estate Fargo.us, .info, the other ones, I don't mind when I'm building a site, when I'm, you know, they may not be as high value as a .com, but to go after these little niches in the .biz or info or .org or .net. I mean, it just doesn't matter that much to me. So I guess one of the things that I do is I am thorough when I put together these lists. And I'm going to jump to a different category on this. I know I'm good going out of the real estate, but I'm going to use something, for example. One of the big upcoming technologies is voice recognition. Now, that's most likely what people are going to type in. So I'm going to do some different versions on that. I'm going to go voice recognition with a hyphen. Sometimes something strong like that is a category killer. I may want, if that's available in the .com, I may want to do that. But what I've done, I'm going to go to voice recognize, voice recognizing, voice recognitions. Okay, I'm just going to search for all of these. All of these last four, they're not as good as voice recognition. They really aren't. But do they directly target that market? Yes, they do. So, and again, this will just take a quick second for the searching on it. Okay, you can kind of see which ones are taken. The voicerecognitions.com is taken. This is how I know voicerecognizing.com and voicerecognizes .com is taken. It's because I registered those. I can't remember, a year or two ago. Again, I'm targeting that niche. I don't have a website up. I could go after voice recognition software, affiliate programs, which I eventually will do. It's just that it's one of those domain names that at the moment I don't have any websites up. I think I have them pointed at my parking page. But again, it's going after that little niche and taking little different versions to target that niche. Again, they just aren't as good as voicerecognition.com, but I tell you what, voicerecognizing.com, they're extremely target niche. People are going to know what that website's about. So I'm sorry if I jabbered on there off the real estate topic, but again, the key is just doing searches for a large variety and then decide which version is best for you. And again, it doesn't have to be a .com. It can be a .info, a .biz, a .us, .net, .org. I like them all if they're sites that I'm going to build a website on.
No, that's awesome. This is, and keep in mind, this is not just for, this serves many purposes. Larry's able to find niches here that he's going to gain some type-in traffic organically just because of the name itself, but is also creating assets that can be sold in the domaining game. It's beautiful. So let's see if there's any more questions here. Are there any more questions about the affiliate? It looks like you're free. No more questions about affiliating. Let's see here if there's any hands raised here. Now, it looks like we're good. Well, it looks like we have 15 minutes left for Q&A then. Oh, wait a second. We have somebody raising their hand. It's Lisa Blacker. I am going to hand her the microphone. Lisa, good to have you here today. How you doing?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right. Thanks, guys. Larry, this is awesome. I'm excited about this. Darren, I sent you a note, and I'm not sure if I posted it on the group or if I sent it to you personally. I have several domains that are parked on GoDaddy, and I'm paying $9.99 a month. I'm not sure. I thought that was just a once-a-year thing. It turns out that it's a monthly, but I'm only earning pennies. So I was just thinking when Larry was going through this, this is something I can utilize to generate some organic traffic. Do you have any ideas, Larry, on how to use this for parking?
Okay. Well, first of all, as far as for parking, you should not have to pay a single thing to GoDaddy. I mean, I don't know what the $9.99 a month deal is for that, but I mean, when I park, for example, at Sato.com, basically I just change the DNA settings at my registrar, and they point at the parking site. And so, I mean, there really should be a zero monthly cost for you on that. The only cost that you should have for parking is when you pay your annual renewal fees for your domain name. So, again, I don't use GoDaddy. To my knowledge, maybe Darren knows, because I know he used GoDaddy. I don't think that they charge that parking fee of $9.99 a month. You must be paying a hosting fee or something like that. So.
Okay, well, I'll call them on that to get the details. But with regard to optimizing the monetization of domain names that we're not using, how can we?
Now, just to kind of show you, I wanted to jump back. I just went to Commission Junction and I typed in the word nose hair for products, and you can see all these little products where you could slap up the HTML code, and you can have a whole website just on nose hair trimmers or nose hair scissors. It sounds crazy, but believe me, it's a niche that can make money. So I just wanted to show you how easy it is to really define these different niche products, and again, the embarrassment aspect. Think of things that you just maybe wouldn't want to buy in real life that you can buy online. And again, it can be things to weight loss products, nose hair trimmers, sometimes plus size clothing. You know, put your mind to it. Put your mind to it. So, anyways, you can take over the screen again, Darren.